As divorce parties are becoming more popular and open marriages are no longer shocking, the question must arise, are humans really built for monogamy? If we're strictly talking about evolutionary biology, the answer is mixed. If our goal is to procreate and spread our genes, then the more partners we have, the better. However, we have to balance that with the ability to care for our offspring, which is generally easier if there are two parents involved. So from an evolution standpoint, it's better for men to have many partners to spread their seed, but better for women to have one partner who'll help her feed and ensure the survival of the child. But are some people biologically more prone to be monogamous? The science suggests that this is the case. One study looking at rodents found that levels of the hormone vasopressin, which is linked to trust and empathy, correlated with higher levels of bonding and fidelity. A link between saliva levels of vasopressin and fidelity was also seen in human females. Brain scan imaging shows that cheating of any kind can activate reward centers in the brain, but that this effect can be more pronounced in certain people. In fact, there does seem to be a spectrum of behavior when it comes to monogamy, with some people being more naturally inclined to be faithful to one partner, and some people more prone to have casual encounters. One study found that men were slightly more likely to belong to the fling group, although almost half of the women in the study were also in this group. Oxytocin, that all-powerful love hormone, also seems to have an effect on monogamy. Oxytocin promotes bonding between partners, and one study showed that administering nasal oxytocin to male subjects made them more interested in looking at their partner and less interested in looking at other women. Sorry ladies, this is not a commercially available cure for your man's wandering eye. So how can you tell who's destined to be faithful? One study showed that a longer length of your ring finger, which is linked to prenatal testosterone exposure, correlated with a greater tendency towards casual sex. Of the roughly 5,000 species of mammals, only about 3 to 5% are truly monogamous, and I'm not sure humans fall into that category. Socially, however, we have become monogamous for the most part because it works in our social construct. We place a value on raising our children that's different than other species, that in the best case scenario requires two parents. There are also economic benefits to monogamy, and don't forget the reality of STDs. So although we may not be biologically programmed for it, for many of us it makes sense to be monogamous, or at least monogamish.